I decided to do a very casual update because I meant to do an update about a week ago and I have not. So I figured, not even a tripod, just sit it on the windowsill and just quickly update you guys because there have been some changes. So today is June 7th, 2021. And as of June 1st, I called and scheduled the IUD removal. And I'm whispering those words because our door to the hallway is very not soundproof. And so in case someone walks by, I just wanted to not have that announced to the world. So yeah, as of tomorrow, I will no longer have my IUD in. And I just wanted to add something because I don't think I've really touched on this on my channel before. The reason that I got an IUD to begin with was not actually for the birth control element. I was diagnosed with PCOS in 2019. So right after I graduated from college, and pretty much since I had started my period, they were incredibly irregular. And when I say like incredibly irregular, I mean I had maybe 4 to 5 periods a year. And that often looked like 2 or 3 consecutive normal periods and then going 6 months to a year with nothing. And then again, 3 periods. Wow, it's like I'm getting like a normal cycle. And then the thing would happen again. So it was just very, very irregular. And finally, I had like talked to doctors and nurses about it, but none of them really gave it a second thought. But then after my 21st birthday, not really my birthday, but once I turned 21, I was told that once you're 21, then you go to the gynecologist. And so I did. And at that appointment, I explained my symptoms, and she ordered an ultrasound, and that's where they determined there's like a 3-thing criteria, and you have to have 2 of the 3 to be diagnosed with PCOS. And I had 2 of the 3, but one of them wasn't visible. So in the ovaries, I guess it's usually like there's follicles or something that you can see. And normally she's described it as a chocolate chip cookie. She like drew a picture for me and everything. So it's normally like a chocolate chip cookie. And so there's just a lot of like a couple random chocolate chips. But with someone with PCOS, it's a lot of dots on the rim. And so that is kind of one of the like textbook definition, like you have PCOS. So that mixed with the irregular periods, I was diagnosed with it. So with that kind of PCOS where you don't have frequent periods, it's a little bit more, there's more potential of buildup of the uterine lining, and if that goes completely unchecked, then it can cause problems. And so at that point in time, it just made sense, like, I'll be getting married in March, and this was like a little bit under a year before I was planning on getting married. And it just seemed like, well, we don't know what our child rearing plans are, but for the foreseeable future, an IUD seems like a good option to make sure that that lining doesn't get too thick and double as birth control until I didn't want birth control. So I had never planned on going on hormonal birth control, so I just wanted to really quickly explain why I had an IUD to begin with. And yeah, I got it a bit before I even got engaged, so just wanted to kind of explain my experience with hormonal birth control. If you guys want me to do like a full video or something on my experience with an IUD, I'd be more than happy to share that. But yeah, that was just why I got it. I know a lot of different people have different reasons for getting on hormonal birth control, even if they didn't necessarily intend to, and that was my reasoning. A lot of people tried to like tell me like, oh, if you get on a certain diet, but I would talk to my gynecologist. I have lean PCOS, and so some people, there's sometimes like a little bit of a link or correlation or something to being overweight and things like that. And so if you can manage that, sometimes your periods can kind of regulate themselves. But with me, I had lean PCOS. I'm like within a very normal category of weight for my height. And so it wasn't a matter of losing weight to regulate my periods, because if anything, if I lost too much weight, it would just make it even worse. So anyways, just wanted to give you guys a brief update that tomorrow it will be coming out. So guess next time I talk to you, I will be IUD. So I am actually about 15 minutes away from heading out to go to the doctor to get my IUD removed, and I'm so many mixes of emotions. I'm mostly at this point, in this moment right now, I'm actually really excited. I'm looking forward to whatever God has in store for this, and I don't know. Like I said, I know it's going to be a bumpy road, ups and downs, whether I get pregnant fast and there's just a lot to prepare, or I take a long time to conceive. I know either path is going to be full of its challenges, and obviously both result in children, and children are a lot. So I know no matter what path we're going to be taking and what road we'll be traveling, it's going to be tough and joyous in many ways. But right now I'm definitely excited, and honestly, it sounds weird, but based on what I've looked into, part of PCOS is we don't have that spike of hormones each month, which is usually when ovulation and stuff like that happens, and because of that, the progestin and everything has increased how frequently that happens, and so I definitely have mood swings more frequently. So I'm looking forward to that subsiding a little bit, but if I need to get on some sort of medication to ovulate, I'm sure that will be back. But for right now, we're going to start without any kind of medication, I think, but I'll probably be asking the doctor about what kind of thing we should be looking into if we so decide that that's something we need to look into, to give us more chances, because 3 or 4 a year isn't very much. So anyways, I'm looking forward to this, and just wanted to hop on and say that because I was jumping up and down a second ago, and I thought a better use of my time would be to film this and try to calm myself down, because I'm definitely excited and a little bit freaked out. God is good. He's got this, and he knows what our future holds and when we will hold someone. So